There's always something that needs to be fixed. Well, there I am. Hi.
Happy Midsummer!
Hi, and welcome back on the road. We are a full-time travel family, living in our 11-meter-long motorhome with our 2 kids. Back in January, we started our adventure of traveling the roads around Europe, but had to change our plans, as most people had to, and returned back to Sweden in March. For now, we are still full-time traveling and exploring this beautiful part of the world, our home country, Sweden.
It's tough business filming, being a YouTuber. Grense. Oh, we're back at Grense again. We were here for a couple of days just cleaning, awaiting my mom. Kind of like a family reunion, because tonight we're also waiting for my sister to arrive in the motor, so we'll see if everybody managed to fit inside the car. But it's just a really beautiful nature reserve, and we're just out and about checking the surroundings out. It's Monday today, and we are just preparing some food on the Barbie. How's it going, Henrik? All good. And we are on track. Good. And we are just moments away from my sister showing. I think that's her. And just really excited to see what Manne says. So, oh, here she comes. Just driving in now.
Vad säger pappa?
Vill du det?
Va? Vill du?
Mamma kan... Hoppsan.
Bra, Manne.
Vilken är pappas då?
Den här.
Den där, okej.
And my mom is with us, and we're just gonna sit outside in the sun.
You just taught our son a swear word.
Oh, I would never do that.
Vad har du där?
Nej, inte.
Oj! Jag körde på ett skatt!
Rain and chocolate. It's a good combo. And chocolate. Something is leaking water.
There's always something that needs to be fixed. Well, there I am. Hi. The hot water tank, we think, is leaking.
Yeah.
And
So that is the hot water tank.
yeah,
It's about 30 liters, I think.
yeah. And it's leaking. So it's all wet down here. This brilliant design makes it that if it leaks straight down to the plywood. And the plywood is soaking up all the water, so we gotta get ourselves another water damage. But luckily for us, we're planning to have the RV in a workshop next week.
Yeah, so we can look at it more properly. We'll have cold showers for a week.
Yeah.
We're just getting a little bit ready to leave to go into the city of Västervik, which is like, I don't know, 2-3 km from here. We've been parked up out on Grense, for these past couple of nights, and this night we slept 2 kids and 4 adults in the motor, but that went fine. It was also the first time we actually made the dining area into a bed, and that worked fine. My sister was a little bit crumbled up in there, but it was all good. We took the awning out yesterday, which was really nice because it was really rainy, but we could just be seated underneath here. Had a pretty good time, and pretty much just waiting for Zeke to wake up from his nap, and then we're gonna go and check the city of Västervik out.
Matilda's sister and Manne has already quit and went
5 track.
Yeah, went to the play park instead. Yeah. So the game is on. Matilda's mom, Matilda, and me.
So this is fängelset, the prison, and it actually is an old prison, and they've renovated like all the cells and everything, so that's the rooms, and apparently the rooms are tiny, but it looks really well restored. Dinner with the kids done, and my mom and sister has taken the kids back to the motorhome, and we're sitting here getting our drinks on.
Yay!
Yay!
Alone for the first time in 6 months.
Yes, it's pretty nice.
We just went on board a Lagoon 400.
Yeah, and that's like
have a look.
Henrik's dream boat.
It is the perfect boat for us. So it's just located out there. The owners were really nice and let us on board. And it was 3 years old, so it's what, 2017 year model.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Really nice.
Yeah.
Very, very good look after. It looked brand new.
So now we're just sitting here dreaming away a little bit.
Yeah, no, but that's for real. I want that boat.
I know, baby.
The only reason we even have this camera is because this weather here. Matilda would never have, like, she left this on the floor.
I did not. You did it too.
But she did remember it when it was time to take this shot.
It's beautiful.
It is.
We're leaving Västervik this morning after a couple of really nice days here. Yesterday we had some beautiful weather, and this night we also slept 4 adults and 2 kids in the car, but that went fine. So me and Henrik and Zeke are driving in this car today, and my sister and mom and Manne are going in that little small car of my sister's. So we are now on our way for some midsummer celebration, because today is Swedish Midsummer, so it's the longest day of the year, and that usually means some celebrations and a long weekend for everybody. So we're just hoping that the weather doesn't fog up It's pretty standard that you always have rain on midsummer, but
4 seasons in one day.
yes, 4 seasons in a day. So we'll see what happens. Off to Vetlanda. Just off to a bit of a bad start on this trip. We've just done a bit of a stop because Henrik's noticed. What did you notice? Was there a sound?
Yeah, but we pulled over and our front brakes are running a bit warm, or specifically the left front brake.
Yeah, it's the same problem we had in France.
Yeah, but that was with the rear tires.
Yeah, so
which we have new rear brakes.
Yeah,
and we're gonna replace them in a week's time. But the front brakes we don't have, and
can't really order any at the moment.
no, the world is in chaos. And
but we thought that we might just stop and let them cool down for just a little bit, and then we don't have that far to go.
No, it's just 14 kilometers.
Yeah, so we're just gonna stop and let them cool down a little bit before
continuing on.
Yeah, we don't really want to spend midsummer here, in the middle of the road.
We don't.
No.
Feels like we didn't choose the easiest way.
Yeah, it's all these small roads. They're really beautiful, but usually not the best roads for the motor.
Pretty bumpy.
Yeah.
But 23 kilometers left.
Woo. At least somebody is having fun while we're waiting for the brakes. Little driver man.
After standing still for roughly 45 minutes, the brakes had cooled down so much that we could continue to our destination for this year's midsummer, Skirö in Vetlanda, Småland. You might wonder what happened to the water heater. And if you've followed us since our cooler broke down whilst driving through a lockdown Europe, and even earlier when our brakes failed in France, you might wonder how our motorhome is feeling at the moment. No worries. These issues and heaps of other things will now be well looked after as we take a vacay from traveling, moving into a house for a few weeks and get the motor into shipshape again, so that it once again can drive us south.
So, some of you might recognize this house. This is where we first moved out to the motor from. So we spent a couple of weeks here in January getting the motor ready before we left, and now we're back here to spend a couple of more weeks here whilst we take the motor to the workshop to get everything fixed for the rest of our journey, basically. So we've just moved in a couple of bits and pieces in there and Henrik is just getting ready to take the motor down to the workshop.
So we borrowed this barn for a few weeks. Pretty big barn, fits our RV pretty good, and we can retract the slides. We're gonna store it here for a few weeks while we do some much needed repairs. One big thing is the radiator. The main radiator needs to come off, and we need to send that away to get that fixed. And while that is away, we are gonna tend to some other things that we want to do or upgrade. The list is long, and I don't think we can do everything, but we're gonna do as much as we can while